Congratulations on the new podcast with Ryan Blue Bowen. So launched on Tuesday, was it?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank
it was a
you
great
so
episode
thanks
as well.
much.
Yeah, well done.
Oh, it was so cool. Yeah, so it's The Deep End is the show I'm doing with Ryan Bowen.
And how did you come about the name, The Deep End?
Well, it seems to be that we sound very similar in voice, which neither of us had realised, and I had never.
Both very deep voices,
Yes,
very
I'm
manly
just
voices.
trying to go deep and deeper with this is how I. Not I always. Talk like
Do you
this.
try to out deep Ryan like mid episode? I can go down an octave. I don't think he can follow me.
By the end of it, it's just grunting.
Indiscriminate grunting. You both know what's going on, but for the audience.
No, that's right. Yeah, so we basically everyone who's watched this, we did one video together talking about some incident that happened at the club, and went for maybe 10 minutes or whatever, and then
So this is like a few months ago.
yeah.
Okay.
And in that all the comments from that video, everyone's like, how does this guy sound exactly like Ryan Bowen? He sounds more like Ryan Bowen than Ryan Bowen. I was looking away from the screen. I couldn't tell who was talking.
I had to double check myself. I think I was saying earlier, I know exactly where I was when I had to double check to look back at the screen to see. Hang on, was that Matt? Was that? I can't tell.
Yeah,
it's
it's become my new favorite game at work. I get people. I play a sample.
Yeah.
And I say, who was that? Was that me or was that him? Like they can't see the screen.
Have you tried it out on the wife and kids?
I have.
Yeah,
They got it completely wrong.
Oh, really?
They failed miserably. My daughter got every one wrong.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was like, do you even know who I am?
Does that mean that Ryan Bowen's her daddy? Is that what it means? I don't know.
It might be. I don't know. But yeah, every one of them, it was like, oh no, that's definitely you. I was like, no, it wasn't. Oh.
And for those people that aren't ardent fans of arm wrestling as we are, who is Ryan Blue Bowen?
He's one of the best arm wrestlers in the country at the moment, probably in the top three in the in Australia and Southern Hemisphere wise. He's definitely one of the best going around, looking to push himself to hopefully world championship status one day.
Yep.
Has a really big YouTube following, has created the path in a way in terms of there was no niche of arm wrestling content. Well, in the way that
It wasn't a
he's pushed it.
full-time arm wrestler, content creator until really Ryan Bowen came along. Is that right?
Exactly, that's right. Yeah, so that's one of the things I really respect about him is that he said, there was no path, so I created the path, and he wasn't going to let those sort of things hold him back. And now he's got 53.5 thousand subscribers on YouTube, makes a full-time living from YouTube and his revenue, and is recognised as one of the top commentators of arm wrestling in the world. So for him to say, hey, do you want to do a show together? I was like,
Well, it's quite well, I mean, it's quite gratifying as well because Ryan is actively seeking out other talent in the arm wrestling world, and I know that that Ryan has spent a lot of time with some of the biggest names in arm wrestling to help them get their social media profile up and running. People like, the greatest of all time, John Brzenk. From what I understand, Ryan was his first YouTube sub.
Taught him how to arm wrestle,
on YouTube, and got him started on the path that he's now on, which is making a fortune out of YouTube. And he's really established a template that others can follow, and he's really happy to share. Spread around his little bit of gold dust to everybody.
He's amazing. The way that he supported everyone in the community and just freely gives out so much information and training knowledge, and anyone who just messages in, he always gets back to him, well, mate, this is what you need to do, and spends time to help build other people in the sport as well. So it's not just that he's going, it's all about me. It's like if you're actively trying to do something and then you say, look, I'm struggling with this area, I've made these things here, but I'm just not sure how to do this. We're just happy to help you and send you templates and all sorts of different things. Sponsored my channel, which is just unbelievable. So he's been a huge influence for, and a very positive influence for the arm wrestling community. So it's great to actually have, I was blown away. The weirdest thing ever though, we were doing the show. So we started The Deep End, and he said, we'll do it Tuesday morning, because it's in the afternoon in the US. A lot of his, I guess, regular viewers of his shows are based in the United States. And so we started recording. And because I've known Ryan for a few years, and it's like, we chat back and forth, and I know that he's got a big audience and he's big in the industry and everything like that. But as soon as we loaded in, and went live, it was in about 2 or 3 minutes, like all of the like elite arm wrestlers from around the world were all in the chat and writing back to the things I was saying, and I was just like, oh, it was so weird. Yeah, it did.
And what were a few of those names that you saw pop up?
Neil Pickup.
Oh, yes, he asked the question early on. Yeah,
he
picked
did.
up on what you were talking about. Yeah,
And so I said, like, best match ever.
yes, with Neil Pickup and Michael Todd
on the beach, and Ryan brought it up on the screen. So I was talking about the match as Neil is responding to what I'm saying. It was just like, oh my God.
the magic of the internet.
Oh, it's unbelievable. Like, I've never spoken to Neil. It was, and I was sort of trembling a little bit while I was doing the show because I was like, I'm seeing all these names come up, you know, and it was like Bob Brown arm wrestling. The Bob Brown's the guy who wrote the rules of arm wrestling.
Literally.
And I was bitching about the rules.
And then the guy that writes this like,
I
like the rules.
I was like, oh no, that's the dude who wrote him. I can't argue back against Bob Brown. He literally wrote the rules. So
You know what you should you're buying for Christmas?
What's that?
Liquid paper.
To put on the screen. So the rule book, yeah.
So I mean, Ryan Bowen would on any given day have one of the biggest names in arm wrestling ever, you know, on his channel. It's not entirely unusual, and now you're tangled up in this world of elite arm wrestling and broadcasting.
It's I'm very humbled by it, and completely and utterly. Just it was like Christmas morning for me.
Yeah,
it's like it just felt like I'm so happy and so lucky. It's like so lucky to get the opportunity to do it.
Yeah.
And I mean we've done this show. I think this is episode number 40.
Well, congratulations.
Well, there we go. We hit big 4-0.
Yeah. Well, cheers.
Oh yeah, for sure. Let's do it. I got to drink now. You can't do that and not drink.
There we go.
Yeah. 40 episodes of this, and we normally run an hour and a half, 2 hours, maybe 3 hours sometimes.
Yep.
So you think, oh yeah, 3 hours of that, you know.
It's like hey, it's Saturday. But,
yeah, exactly.
But on Thursday afternoon.
But, you know,
and no
Aussie
ostrich.
the ostrich. There's no Dickie Knee around.
No.
He's down there somewhere.
We do have Tito.
Yeah, oh yeah, that'll be much better.
Fighting Tito.
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, having all those hours of experience of talking in podcast settings, and then it was like, hey, you want to do this episode? I'm like, yeah, cool. I was nervous.
Oh yeah,
I was nervous because it was like, oh man, I felt confident like what I could say and how I would speak and everything like that. And I'm obviously really into arm wrestling, love it, and I would be able to talk on topics around that. But I guess it was just like the audience is massive. Yeah. Compared to what we're doing here at the moment. I mean, we're at the beginning.
You, me, and the two Titos
That's right.
At the moment.
It's us and these guys. I haven't even pressed record. Have I? No. So, but yeah, when it started, like, because luckily there was no long build up to, we're going to do it in a few weeks. So it was
so you didn't really have a chance to get too nervous or
it was one day,
overthink it.
One day of thinking.
How, did you have a plan going into it, or was it just like
pants off? That was the plan.
It's always a good plan. Yeah. It makes you feel more relaxed.
That's right. Felt at home. No, I was more worried about the setup and because I was doing it from home. And so I spent like all of Monday. So Sunday we agreed, we'll do this show. Great. And then he said, okay, let's do it Tuesday morning. I'm like, cool. All of Monday, I'm with lights and cameras and I hope this works. And can we do a test? Because the last thing you want is to go on and we can't hear you. You're all muffled, and there's still things that I can adjust that I need to adjust. But at least you could hear me and you could see me. So that side of it went all right. But that was my big. Like, oh man, I just don't want it to mess up, you know. And even now, like, it's still on my mind. I hope this is recording properly.
Technology.
That's right. It's the worst thing ever. There's a couple of YouTube compilations of people that have, like, you know, they've thought they've recorded an entire podcast, and then right at the end they go to click stop, but that's actually them clicking record. And then they go record, and then they go, oh, hang on. Oh, no.
You can see their heart breaking just in that moment.
Oh, God, that'd be the worst thing. It's, like 3 hours of this amazing conversation, and it's just like, you didn't get it. Just go back and say it exactly the same.
Yeah.
So that side of it was very much on my mind. But apart from that, I forgot completely that he had this audience. And there was some amazing people in there in the chat. They were all like, you know,
So you could see who was in the chat,
Yeah.
or did you have a screen with you so that you could? How did that work?
Yeah.
What's your interface to what's going on with Ryan and what's going on with the outside world?
he showed me this awesome platform called Restream, and basically you can go live on like all these different platforms at the same time. So YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, you know, all of them. You're live on all of them at once.
Yeah.
The screen that I could see, I had my monitor here, and then I could see Ryan.
Yeah.
And then and the chat as well.
Yeah.
And then if we wanted to, he could load up YouTube and play that, and it would bring our little pictures down smaller so we could see what was going on with videos. And it was just fantastic, an amazing platform. And he could highlight comments that would come up that were bigger. And
Yeah.
and people were donating us money, which was mind-blowing to me. one guy...
So you're getting paid for the double bicep flexes
Yeah,
on this podcast.
that's right.
I'm sorry, we
Normally it's
can't match
just
that.
Yeah, that's right. Normally it's just a Saturday night thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, oh man, it was just incredible. Like, people were actually, you know, I never thought that there would be people that would ever, you know, want to say, hey, love the show, or love what you guys are doing, or really appreciate it. Here's $10. And it was like, oh,
Yeah.
thank you so much. You know, it's just mind blowing. You know, it's just incredible that people would do that. And people were like, go and follow Matt's channel, and this is his page stuff. And I was just like,
That's incredible.
Thank
So
you.
people in the chat
Yeah.
are saying, hey, you know, they're looking you up at the same time as hearing
Yeah.
you talk, and then saying, hey, check out that website and
Yeah.
all of that. Yeah.
Oh, so
Wow.
awesome. Some amazing people in there. Yeah, I was just so appreciative of it. It was a great experience. And
Yeah.
So it's going to be a weekly show now.
So that's weekly on Ryan Blue Bowen's arm wrestling channel. So, I mean, if you are into arm wrestling, or even if you're not and you just like a good chat, then that'd be the spot to go to every Tuesday,
we changed it. We're going to do Sunday morning now.
Sunday morning.
Yeah, because a few of the guys.
So that makes it Saturday night
Yeah,
in
exactly.
America. Right.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
more people on YouTube or,
Yeah, because a couple of guys in the chat did say, any chance you guys could change it, because it's Monday during the day here, and we're at work trying to listen, but you know, sneaking away, you know. So it's like, oh, fair enough. Yeah, we'll see what we can do. And then it was like, hey, let's just do Sunday morning, because that way we can preemptively, if any events are coming up on Saturday night, or if events have happened Friday or whatever, we can chat about those.
you
So
can review what's happened the night before.
exactly.
Awesome.
Yeah. So
Great
oh
idea.
man, so amazing.
So shifting, when do you start on Sunday mornings
Sunday.
Australian time? This Sunday,
Yeah.
So Saturday in the US. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll be 7 a.m. Sunday Adelaide time, 7:30 Brisbane time, and whatever time that is anywhere else, you'll have to do your own adjusting, because I don't know what it is.
you can work it out.
Yeah. Should be Saturday afternoon or night or something in the US. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And you can always head over to the channel and watch it afterwards, I'm guessing, if you happen to miss
exactly.
it live as well.
That's
So
right.
Just
Yeah.
miss out on the chance of donating money at that stage, I'm guessing.
well, you can always just send me money if you want.
Yeah. Cash, mail orders, checks,
mail brides.
either way. Yeah.
Mail order for Don't send those. Have we got enough? There's too many.
So